After adding project and creating the project calendar, next point is activity ID. We will talk about activity ID when we are adding activities in the project in a few moments. If you see, activity ID prefix is A, suffix is 1000 and increment is 10. That means when we add any activities, it will start from A. It will be A 1000, 1010, 20, 30 and so on. Now let's come to resources. Keep these defaults setting as same, do not change. Come to setting. Now make sure that we have this setting ticked over here. Baseline earned value calculation based on project baseline. What it means is that when we assign a baseline to the project and when we are updating the project earned value calculation will be done based on the project baseline, not on the project itself but the baseline, based on the resources assigned to that project. And next, define critical activities. By definition, critical activities is activity which float is 0 or less than 0, that is 0 and negative. But if you see over here, it is showing 0 hours. That is because, if you don't know, the least count of Primavera is hours, not in days. That is why it is showing hours over here. That is what it means is that activity which float is 0 hours or anything less than 0, anything in negative, that will show us critical activities. And for longest path, let do not change and keep it as same. Keep the total float and critical activity same. Coming to calculations, let's keep all of the setting as same. Right click, click on open project. Now the project is opened. First thing you can see is that this is some calendar. This is called Gantt chart. This is called activity window, and this is detail window. If you see over here, this is showing a detail window at the bottom. If you click on this one, if you click this changes, and click on details to bring the detail window back. If you see, everything is empty over here. Now we need to start adding WBS and start adding activities for the whole project. Now let's come over here. We have this WBS setting. Click on this WBS. Now we have to start making WBS. Let's add first WBS. Let's have first WBS and name it as control points. Rename it as control. Okay, let's just rename it to milestones. Click over here. Click on this plus button to add one more WS. Click on milestone and click on add. The next WBS will be indent in the WBS you have earlier selected. Let's delete this. We just want this new separate WBS. Click over here. This is level 1 WBS and this 10.1 is level 2 WBS. 10.2 is another level 2 WBS. Let's name it as construction. Then we need to divide this construction into further WBS. Let's call it as substructure. This substructure WBS will consist of all activity that will consist of only the construction activity that will come for completion of substructure works. Let's come to construction. Let's click on add. Okay. Let's just delete this extra WBS. Let's call this as superstructure. This superstructure WBS will consist of only the activities that will come for completion of construction of the superstructure. This is construction of substructure and superstructure. We also need finishes. Just click on this superstructure, click on add, you will get indent in superstructure. You can use this arrow to move it out. This is used for indenting, this is for moving out, this is for moving up and down. We need this separately. Name it finishes. This will consist of only the finishes activity that will come for the completion of the finishes for this project, which is only under our scope. Now superstructure we need to divide. If you see, everything below 00 ground level is substructure, everything above is superstructure. Now we have to divide this superstructure into two levels, ground to first level, first to rooftop. This is rooftop level, that is the staircase headroom level. Let's come back to Primavera. Let's break the superstructure construction. Let's add. Let's call it ground floor to L1. Let's add one more. L1 to roof. Now these two WBS will consist of the activity, construction activity that will come for completion of these two WBS. Similarly for finishes, we need to divide it into levels. Let's add ground floor level, that is a habitable area. Let's come to finishes. Let's add roof level. Last but not the least, external finishes. External. Now let's come to our activity window. You can use these buttons to switch between WBS and activity window, or you can click this button to come to our activity window. Let's just refresh this. If you see, everything that we added in the WBS window is now being reflected over here. Let's come to group and sort. Click on this hide if empty. Since none of those WBS have any activity, if you click on apply, everything will disappear, because hide if empty means if any WBS with no activity will hide itself. Click on apply. Click on OK. Now let's have two control activities, that is two control milestones. If you click on this milestone and click on this add button, this plus button, click on add, new activity gets added. Now this activity default name is new activity with its default duration as 5 days. If you go to admin preferences, if you see activity default duration is 5 days, so anytime you add an activity, its default duration will be 5 days. If you want, you can change it over here. Let's leave it and close this. This activity ID, this is the activity ID through which you can recognize an activity based on the trades or type or its location. This is showing A1000. If you come to projects, you can come to project by clicking over here, or you can come to project by clicking here, or you can come to project by enterprise or project. Now we are in project window. If you see the defaults, activity numbering is A1000. If you come to activities, it is showing A1000. If I add one more activity, it will become A1010. Come back to activity, add one more activity, it will show A1020. Let's delete these two. Let's rename the activity ID and activity name. Let's name it as project start milestone. Let's add one more activity. Let's call it as project finish milestone. Let's rename this as MIL-10 and MIL-20. Now these are milestones. A milestone should never have a duration. So if you click on this project start activity, go to general. Now in general tab, it is showing that activity type is task dependent. That is, this activity is dependent on its predecessor and successor relationships. All the calculation of floats, duration, dates, critical longest, everything will be calculated because of this setting, because it is task dependent. Let's open this. If you see, we have activity type as milestone, start milestones. Now if you notice, the duration becomes 0 and only start is visible, no finish is visible. If you want, you cannot edit that. And the duration is 0. Coming to project finish. Now if you see, for activity type is against task dependent for it. Click on this, a fly will open and make it as project finish milestone. Now if you can see, again finish is seen but no start date. Now something you need to notice is that activity person computer type is duration and the default calendar got assigned to it as 6 days work week, because in the project tab, when you click on the project, the default calendar we had assigned is 6 days work week. That is why every time we add any activity, that calendar will be assigned to it with those default settings. Now coming to construction.